A former Al-Qaeda terrorist has visited the White House. President Trump hosted Syrian President Ahmad Al-Sharaa in the Oval Office yesterday.
Well, the president is hoping Syria's leader will pursue peace with Israel and bring long-term stability to the Middle East. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has more.
President Trump called Syrian President Al-Sharaa a tough guy from a tough place and a very strong leader.
I liked him. I get along with him, the new president of Syria. And we'll do everything we can to make Syria successful because that's part of the Middle East. We have peace now in the Middle East, first time that anyone can remember that ever happening.
Trump lifted decades-old sanctions on Syria after former al-Qaeda terrorist al-Sharaa toppled Syrian President Bashar Assad last year, ending the brutal Assad regime. Trump says he also wants to see a lasting peace between Syria and Israel.
We're working also with Israel on, getting along with Syria, getting along with everybody, and that's working amazingly.
In an interview with Fox News, al-Sharaa said he doesn't see Syria entering the Abraham Accords with Israel in the near future.
Syria has borders with Israel, and Israel occupies the Golan Heights since 1967. We are not going to enter into a negotiation directly right now. Maybe the United States administration with the President Trump will help us reach this kind of negotiation.
Known in the Bible as Bashan, the Golan Heights was given to the half-tribe of Manasseh. Israel gained control of the Golan Heights in the 1967 Six-Day War. During his first term, President Trump recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. Al-Sharaa said he and the president talked about changing Syria's perception and role in the Middle East.
We talked about the president and the future. We talked about the investment opportunities in the future in Syria, and so that Syria is no longer looked at as a security threat. It is now looked at as a geopolitical ally, and it's a place where the United States can have great investments, especially extracting gas.
According to reports, Syria confirmed it would join the global coalition against ISIS, though no announcement has yet been made. Meanwhile, in Jerusalem, Trump's envoy Jared Kushner met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to discuss the ceasefire agreement. Kushner is leading talks to secure safe passage for about 200 Hamas terrorists trapped in tunnels on the Israeli side of the Yellow Line. Israeli government spokeswoman Shosh Bedrosian refuted Turkey's claim that they are civilians.
And Turkish propaganda cannot change the fact that they are terrorists. Terrorists who are with Hamas. Even Hamas admits its tunnels are for its terrorists and not for its people.
As details are being worked out for an international security force in Gaza, Netanyahu has stated that Turkish troops will not be included. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, I hope the administration is listening to Israel on this one. And when the spokesman said that the tunnels were for the terrorists and not for the people, that was a direct quote from a leader in Hamas saying, no, the civilians didn't get to shelter in the tunnels during the Israeli strikes. They were designed to be human shields. We were willing to give them up. Our fighters needed those tunnels to move around, and we didn't want them clogged with civilians. That's absolutely horrific ideology, but that's the ideology. Unfortunately, Turkey shares that ideology, and that's all part of the Muslim Brotherhood. So these are very perilous times for Israel. If you thought we were through the war, realize no, that ideology still exists. And you heard it from the incoming president of Syria that no, we can't have peace with Israel. We need the Golan Heights. But from Israel's standpoint, Syria cannot occupy the Golan Heights because from a strategic position, that means they can shell Tel Aviv. They don't even need a rocket to do it. They just have to use an artillery shell. These are incredible statements being made. I hope we all understand the history here and what these various things mean for the long-term stability and security of the nation of Israel.